All right, hi everybody. My name's Anthony Recenello. I am a relationship coach, social coach, dating coach, and today we're gonna break down Will Smith's smack of Chris Rock on the 2022 Oscars. Yeah, I don't like. Let's just watch it. Let's just watch it. Internet. Let's just watch it. Internet. I can't hear. These bastards! Internet! Let's just watch it. Internet. I can't hear. Make me bastards! Internet! Let's just watch it. Internet. I can't hear. Make me bastards! Internet! Let's just watch it. Internet. I can't hear. Make me bastards! Internet! Not fair! Internet. Why can't I? Make me bastards! Internet! Not fair! Internet. Why can't I? Make me bastards! Die! Not fair! Internet. Why can't I? Make me bastards! Die! Not fair! Internet. Why can't I? Make me bastards! Die! Not fair! Internet. Why can't I? Make me bastards! Die! Not fair! Can anybody else hear? Internet. Why can't I? Make me bastards! Die! Not fair! Can anybody else hear? Internet. Why can't I? Make me bastards! Die! Not fair! Can anybody else hear? Internet. Why can't I? Make me bastards! Die! Not fair! Oh, well, first of all, I didn't mute my stream, so that's one thing. But, can anyone hear the Chris Rock? Like, wait, hold on. Can anyone hear Chris Rock?
Loved it.
Can anyone hear Chris Rock?
King Leon got nothing on me.
Why can't I hear Chris Rock? What is going on with me? God, save my life. Save my life, God. I'm just going to try to do it again. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see if this works now. What's happening, God? God, let things happen that are good, God. All right, let's try this. Yeah, well, I can't get a producer. You know, I just can't. I'm not like somebody that can get a producer. Let's see here. Why can I not hear the thing that I would like to hear? That is my question of the life. That is my question of things that are good and not bad. It was weird. Right before I turned on the stream, I tested the sound and it worked. And now it doesn't work. So, oh, hold on. Let me go to... Let's see. Okay, so... What's wrong? Why isn't this working? Chris, I can't hear you. Here, let's just open up another window. Maybe that'll work. Just a random pickup artist.
You have
Anything?
WhatsApp?
Nothing. For me.
What do you
but you guys could hear?
What's...
You guys could hear. This sucks. Oh, I want to cry. What could be wrong? Everything should... It's even showing sound in the soundy thing, but I can't hear it. I have my hold on, let me disconnect the AirPods and then reconnect to them. I just heard the sound of the disconnection of the AirPods. Ah, boy. Whoa, Embracing Awkward just became a beta friend? Oh, Embracing Awkward heard my cries of sadness. Thank you so much. Thank you. And now it's cries of happiness. All right, let's see.
Denzel, Macbeth.
Wait, is the sound that bad though? Wait, I'm just making sure that the sound's not really actually bad. Do I really want to do something that's copyright?
Thank you. I'm so happy.
You know, the sound sounds like crap. Wait, why does it sound like crap though? Somebody save me from this horrible world. Does anybody hear it sound like crap? What's happening? It sounds clear as then fuck it. Let's just continue. All right, here we go. How about this? Here we go.
Loved it. I love the part where it said, King Lear don't got nothing on me. Y'all gotta see it, it's really good. You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
All right. Who liked that joke right there? It looks like Will liked that joke. Whoa, Matthias became a beta friend. Oh, today's just so good for me. It turned around. It really did. So Will Smith really liked that joke, I guess. You know, you could just see the face on Jada that she's not liking it. And then the eye roll. Will still laughing. Eye roll. Will still laughing. More disgust. Will still laughing.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
So he comes up, he takes a and then he bangs the shit out of him.
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Nick, name out your fucking mouth. Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
I love it. Was a G.I. Jane joke.
Wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm going to, okay? Okay.
Yeah. See, right there is the part where I think it's real. Because I have like this theory that it's like an elaborate scheme by the Oscars to up their ratings, because their ratings have just been tanking for the past several years, to like make a viral moment happen, because like this is too perfect as a viral moment. Like the entire world's talking about it. This video has 15 million views. But when Chris Rock goes, okay, and then he's like, oh shit, that's what makes me think it's real. Anyway.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
All right, so basically what happened here, as everybody knows, is that Chris Rock said a joke that was offensive. Will Smith decided to slap Chris Rock because of that. I don't care if you think this is offensive or not. The truth. What just happened? Is there another? What the? Wait a. What? Baseball Master 181 became a. Are you guys playing like a fun prank on me? Like a good prank? Did you guys conspire before this episode? What's happening? I don't think that ever any time in the world 3 members happened in the first like 8 minutes of this. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Baseball Master. You truly are a master. Okay. So the truth of the matter is that the Academy, Chris Rock, and I heard that maybe even Amy Schumer wrote this joke, thought it was okay. They're professional comedians. Things are funny when they're on the line of offensive and inoffensive. Every now and then they hit offensive for some people. And that happens. When you tell a joke to millions and millions of people, some people are going to get offended. And that's why the world is split. Because humor cannot be funny if there is no offensiveness happening. There has to be some offensiveness happening in order for it to be funny. That is the basis of humor. You can't debate me on that. That's just how humor was made. That's science, baby. Now, Shayla says, who's going to be the next member? Yeah, I want to hang out with you guys in the Discord, because when you become a member, you get to hang out with me and the rest of the beta family in the Discordians. We'll be all Discordians together. 38 people here right now. That's pretty good. So I personally think this joke was funny. It's okay if you don't think it's funny and you think it was insensitive. But regardless, it was dancing on the line. It's not like it was this horrible joke that nobody finds funny and everyone finds offensive. It's what the fuck? Grizzly is now a beta. This is too much. I can't take it anymore. This is great. Scott says, but why joke about someone's medical condition? Because it's funny. That's why. Joke about my medical condition. I have ADD. I grew up with it. I was an outcast all my life because I had ADD. I didn't really have any friends until 7th grade. Make fun of me for it. I don't give a shit. My parents my whole family called me half retarded when I was a kid because I couldn't do work. I was an idiot. I couldn't keep attention. I was very hyperactive. Make fun of me for it. Make fun of me for any fucking medical condition. I don't give a shit. It's funny. Some people get offended. Some people don't. That's all. Now, like I said, humor needs to be dancing right on the line of inoffensive and offensive. If it is too offensive, then it is insensitive, and most people deem it offensive and it doesn't land. If it's not offensive enough, it's not funny. When it's right in the middle, it's probably going to be funny. It seems that this joke, first of all, if Will Smith didn't do anything, nobody would even remember this joke. You know, people wouldn't be saying, oh, this is insensitive. It's a nobody would be saying anything. But because Will Smith did something, that's why people find it offensive. But regardless, let's say, for instance, that Jada Pinkett Smith was going to die of cancer next week, and that's why she was bald. And Chris Rock made that joke. I think we could all agree that would be offensive, just offensive and insensitive, right? But there's levels. And based on the context, and, you know, Chris Rock is a classic professional comedian. He knows exactly where that line is. It's his job to know where the line is and to reach right before it gets too offensive. That's his job. And so that's what he did. He deemed this joke to be just right on the edge. And, you know, she has a hair condition where she loses her hair. Great. If I had a hair condition where I lost my hair, make fun of me. And then there's articles that are like, well, you know, it's because she's black, and black women historically have problems being accepted for their hair, which I get. Completely valid. But it was still a funny joke to me. It was still a fun. I don't think it should be that offensive to her. That's just me. Right? I don't. You could think it's offensive. I don't. But that's what makes something funny. When something is right on the line of inoffensive and offensive. It's kind of dancing. If you are really good at humor, you know where that line is. Of course, like I said, if Jada was going to die of cancer next week and she was bald because of chemotherapy, that wouldn't be funny to anybody, really. And Chris Rock really would have made a big boo-boo. But we haven't even talked about whether Will Smith should have done that or not. But we just got done talking about whether it was right to do or not. So the answer is it was right to do. Chris Rock did do the right thing. It was a slightly offensive joke, which is what humor is, slightly offensive. Yeah. Nothing horrible. Yeah. Okay. So let's get to the next video, which is his acceptance speech, which I think is more important than this video.
And the Oscar goes to...
I don't know why the sound is so bad.
Will
So it was so interesting because as I was watching this, I was like, oh man, if he wins, he's going to look really bad. Then my friend turned around and he was like, no, he's going to spin this to make himself look like the hero. And he was right. Hugging everyone.
Oh man. Richard Williams was a fierce...
Okay, number one, Will has tears in his eyes. So that's the first way that he's going to try to win you over.
...of his family.
Okay, the first sentence he says is, Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family. So he's already setting up the narrative that he's defending his family by basically punching. Like, let's not call it a slap, because we know what a slap is. It's like, you know, that. Like, he gave everything he had in that hand. I mean, if you watch like those, what is it called? Like face slapping championship. Like, listen. These things knock people out. Like, they knock people out. They got people behind them, like, to catch them. See? He almost passed out. That guy did pass out. See? So, let's not call this a slap. I mean, it's basically a punch.
In this...
So now he's kind of quivering. He's tearing up. This is very emotional for him because of what he did.
Life, in this moment, I am overwhelmed by what God is calling on me to do and be.
Okay, so now he's saying God called him to be a protector of his family. And what does that mean? It means to basically assault a man for making a joke.
World. In
a place where he was supposed to make a joke and roast celebrities. So it's not like it was at a bar where it was like, hey, G.I. Jane 2, ho ho, Baldy. No, I mean, like, literally his job was to roast celebrities. That was what he was paid to do. He's been paid to do that for many, many years at award shows. So this was all expected. It was nothing surprising.
Making this film, I got to protect Ingenue Ellis, who was one of the most...
But why is he crying? Right?
Strongest...
Why is she crying?
Most delicate people I've ever met. I got to protect Sanaya and Demi, the two actresses that played Venus and Serena.
Anupam! Anupam with the fucking fire. Hold on. Oh my god. Anupam. What he just said was so perfect. He's been hanging out with phony Jay Shetty way too much to fill him up with these pseudo-spiritual ideas. Jay Shetty is the biggest fucking scam artist in the world. And there's even people think that he's not even a real monk and that he didn't really do what he actually said he did in his past. He's such a bullshit artist. Anyway, The Smiths are in love with Jay Shetty. They have, they see him all the time. And yeah, he's a bullshit artist. Anyway, let's keep going.
I'm being called on in my life.
Why is he crying? Can anybody explain why he's crying?
To love people and to protect people.
So he's rationalizing. Listen, would he say this speech if he didn't assault Chris Rock, right? I'm being called on by God to protect people, right? Literally that's what terrorists say when they fucking knock down buildings in America. I'm being called on by God to protect. Literally, that's what they say.
And to be a river to my people.
Daniela, she says, everyone cries when they win an Oscar, especially when you've tried so many times and finally win. I mean, I've seen a ton of Oscar speeches. Most of them are not crying. So no, not everyone cries when they win an Oscar.
I know to do what we do.
But again, he just publicly assaulted a man for doing his job.
You got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have.
So let's hear that again, because this is very interesting to hear.
I know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. But Richard Williams, and what I loved, thank you, D. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
And that's exactly what happened. The devil came for him. He was called by the devil to assault a man. Anyway. So Pink Bear says, I think... hold on. Pink Bear says, I think that every thought towards this, that even though it's a joke Chris did not have to make. Every joke is a joke you don't have to make. Everything you say is something you don't have to say. So basically what Pink Bear, I think you're saying is, if you could offend one person, then you don't have to say it. That's not humor. With comedy, with humor, you're going to offend people. That is literally the foundation of humor. It is offensive to some. If it's offensive to 0 people, it doesn't even move the needle on your offensiveness level. Then it's not funny. There's no humor. So in humor, you must take a risk to offend people. So yeah, you don't have to make the joke, but then he wouldn't be a comedian. The job of a comedian is to make jokes, and that's going to offend people. That is the rules of humor.
I want to be a vessel for love. I want to say thank you to Venus and Serena.
Now, it was curious to me why they blocked out his face.
For love. I want to say thank you to Venus and Serena. I just spit. I hope they didn't see that on TV.
Well, Noodles says, I'm going to have to disagree with you on this one. Well, state your case. Tell me why you disagree. Just state your case. Tell me why you disagree. The issue is a black man making a joke at a black woman's expense over something we hold very dear, our hair. Most won't get it or understand that or understand that aspect. Okay, so you are a person that is offended by this joke, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean that the joke shouldn't have happened. You're just a person that was offended by the joke. In jokes, in humor, people must be offended. There must be some people that are offended. That's just the rules of humor. A man that has been working all his life in stand-up comedy, especially to roast celebrities, and that's his job, he knows better than everybody else about where that line is. Now, some people are going to get offended, but I guarantee you 1 billion%, if Will didn't smack Chris Rock, nobody would be talking about this. Nobody here would be offended. Nobody would be talking about alopecia. Nobody would give a shit. In fact, everyone would have forgot about the joke. It's only offensive because we're talking about it and we're analyzing it and we're breaking it down and we're saying, has this offended people? Are we hurting somebody? How is this looking at the world of culture and this specific sort of whatever? That, because we're breaking it down. So now if we get really scholarly and clinical about it, this is an offensive thing. Yes, but that's humor. Humor is offensive. Scott says jokes don't need to target people though. Yes, they do. Especially when the man is hired to roast celebrities. His job, like literally he was paid to go on stage and roast celebrities. So yes, they do need to target people. He was paid to do it. He was paid to target people. Paige says, I mean, I do think it was wrong to say a joke to someone who's battling a disease, but Will Smith did not need to punch slap him. So it's a disease. Okay. But okay. Like she's not going to die tomorrow. Okay. She's not going to die tomorrow. Scott says, well, regardless, it hurt Jada. And that's okay. That's all right if it hurt Jada. Jokes offend people. They're supposed to offend people. If you're not offending people, you're not saying jokes. If 0 people feel any sort of offensiveness in the joke, then there's no laughing. So just to break down how humor works is you laugh when something is offensive, but you're also not offended at the same time. When both of those things happen, a laugh occurs. Now, if somebody says something and you're just offended, not a joke. If you say something and you're 0 offended, not a joke. If you say something and you're offended and you're not offended, that's a joke. The two things clashing together create a laugh. That is the basis of humor. Now, if you say a joke to millions and millions of people, some people are going to just be offended. Some people won't be offended whatsoever, and some people will laugh. Rules of humor. It's how it works. Daniela, jokes have to be offensive. They have to be. It's the rules of humor. It's just how humor works. All right. Yeah. Natalie says, jokes can be made, but don't be surprised if somebody gets offended and slaps you. That's the moral of the story. Yeah. That's totally fine too. You were risking getting slapped and hit. Now, does that mean Will Smith should have done it? No. But the should-haves are more with who shouldn't have done it. It's more with with Will Smith. Why? Because he physically assaulted a person, which he could go to jail for. Chris Rock didn't break any laws. So the should-haves here is with Will Smith. He shouldn't have physically assaulted somebody breaking a law. So Daniela asks, I mean, we could go really deep into humor here. Daniela goes, are knock-knock jokes offensive? So we're going to get a little bit deeper into humor and what humor means. I mean, this is a good conversation. I love this stuff. I've been studying social skills my entire life. So I love talking about this. So when I say offensive, it doesn't have to mean like, are you offended emotionally? Like, oh no, like that hurt my feelings. Offensive also can mean offending your reality, offending what you understand to be true in life. So for a knock-knock joke is basically a simple, it's something made to give you what you're expecting and then reroute that expectation to something else. So knock knock, who's there? What's a knock knock joke? Wait, let me look up a knock knock joke just so I can break this down. All right, so here it is. Simple knock knock joke. Knock knock, who's there? So we set up a normal situation, something that is understandable in our reality. Tank. So we're assuming in our reality that Tank is somebody's name. And so far, so good. Nothing has happened to our lives yet. We say, Tank who? Everything's good. Then the person says, you're welcome. Now, what just happened was you are assuming in your reality that that person's name is Tank, and that's why they said Tank. But then when they said you're welcome, you realized that there was a little pun there, a little wordplay, and they weren't really trying to say Tank as their name. They were saying Tank you, as in thank you. Now, to an adult, that's not very funny because this is wordplay we've heard a million times. I mean, I love wordplay. I loved puns. Doesn't really get old with me. But for adults, this is the type of thing that we've heard before. It doesn't really make us think and go, oh, wow. But to a kid who is taught social skills and says, oh, follow the rules of social skills. You know, like say, for instance, somebody knocks on the door, you say who's there, the other person says their name. You want to make sure you know who it is fully, so you ask what their last name is. But that person gives an unexpected answer. So to a child who's just learning life and how the world works, when they hear this different like a response that goes in a different way, their reality has been threatened. Their reality has been offended. Whoa, wait, what? That's not your wait, what? And then when they realize that they're saying thank you, they go, oh, that's okay. So what happened, again, is reality has been threatened and simultaneously not threatened. And that's what makes a laugh. So for kids, they need very, very little threatening of reality because they're so new to the world. Their reality has not been threatened much. To an adult who's heard everything before, we have a higher tolerance for offensiveness of our reality. And because of that, we require some more spicy things to be said. Now, that being said, not everybody has a very high standard of offensiveness. Some people still want it at a lower level, and that's okay. But that's how humor works. It is the basis of humor. Chris Crockett says, I don't get why it was offensive. So Chris is on the other side of it, where Chris probably didn't even think it was funny at all. Let's see what else people are saying. So Pobed says, I'm just changing the definition of offensive. No, I'm not. So I'm expanding on the definition of offensive. So if we want to keep that small, simple definition, causing somebody to feel deeply hurt, upset, and angry, that's fine. But in the rules of humor, that's not what offensive means. It means offending your reality. Or you could say threatening your reality. Now that could be making you hurt, or that could be literally threatening, offending what you know to be true in the world, what you know to be acceptable in the world. Once you could kind of grasp that basic tenet of humor, it's so easy to use humor anywhere you go because you understand the basis. That's why when I teach humor, I just say lie and then take it back, because lying is the most basic form of offending somebody's reality. You say something that is like, wait a second, that doesn't seem to fit the reality that I've learned in my life. And then when the person says, oh no, I'm just joking, that creates that balance, like I said, of offensive and inoffensive at the same time, which creates a relief, which audibly is a laugh. Yeah, so Pobet says adults enjoy humor that's unexpected but not necessarily offensive to a person. Of course. Yeah, humor comes out in so many different ways. Yeah, the other thing is, did Chris Rock even know that she had alopecia? And how many people did? And how many people were only offended after they learned she had alopecia? So Scott says, I think irony is what humor is. No, humor is when your reality is offended and simultaneously not offended. Irony is a kind of humor. Or it could be a kind of humor. I mean, often it doesn't make people laugh. So Daniela, you said, I just have a different definition of joke funny for some of us. Could be, but I spent a whole year studying humor and read a couple books on psychology on what makes a human being laugh. So you could take what I've learned, you could tell me where you've learned the definition of humor. It's fine too. Okay. Actually, you know what? This actually brings me to something. One sec. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Paige says, I think we just don't think that every single joke has to be offensive where it mentally offends them. Nope, it doesn't. So it's going to be different for everybody. So with every joke that a comedian tells, some people are going to be offended, some people are not. He'll tell a different joke. Those same people that were offended before are no longer offended, and the people that were not offended in the past are now offended at this new joke. So it all is going to be different for everybody. But once again, a professional comedian, the reason he gets paid is because he knows where that line is, where most people are going to think it's funny. Again, if Will Smith didn't do what he did, most people probably wouldn't even have remembered that joke. It's only because Will Smith got extremely mad at this is now the whole world is talking about it, obviously. So Daniel says, I'm going off what you said. A joke has to be offensive to be funny. Of course, I'm simplifying. Remember what I said, that it has to be offensive somehow, somewhere, to somebody in the world. It has to be slightly offensive to everybody. When I say offensive, it doesn't just mean I'm hurt, I'm mad, I'm offended. 100%. It could mean slightly offensive. Pobed says, if it were staged, then why would he laugh at all? It makes it more suspicious. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that part. That's a really good point. Yeah, I mean, I think the whole thing is very interesting. It's a very interesting thing that happened. Yeah, there's this video of Will Smith. Where is it? There's a video of Will Smith on, like, I think Arsenio Hall, like years ago in the 90s, and he was making fun of a bald guy. I don't know. Anyway. So, like, actually, Antonio says, like a fart joke. So, yeah, I think a fart joke's a good example of when something could be offensive or not, right? If you made a fart joke at, like, a really nice restaurant, some people could be offended at that. This is not the type of talk we need. Some people will laugh at that. It all depends. If nobody is offended whatsoever, even the slightest bit, it's not funny. Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's keep talking.
To Venus and Serena and the entire Williams family for entrusting me with your story. That's what I want to do.
It's weird that they put the Oscars on. I don't get that.
Of that kind of love and care and concern. I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees.
Why is he crying? Right? Like, yeah, some people have cried getting an Oscar, but most people don't. I wonder if he would have cried if he didn't punch Chris Rock.
This is a beautiful moment, and I'm not crying for winning an award. It's not about winning an award for me. It's about...
Oh, so he even said it. I'm not crying because I'm winning an award.
Being able to shine light on all of the people, Tim and Trevor and Zach and Sanaya and Demi and Ingenue and the entire cast and crew of King Richard and Venus and Serena, the entire Williams family. Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy.
So what he's doing is he's trying to make parallels between a movie and what he just did. So basically, he's basically just rationalizing why he assaulted somebody.
Father, just like they said about Richard Williams. But love will make you do crazy things.
So Pobed says, after the show, he could have told Chris that what he said hurt Jada and would have gotten an apology, and that would have been the end of it. Nobody else would even remember that joke. Yeah, I think that's completely true. And the big thing is, nobody would remember this joke. Nobody would be offended by this if this did not happen. Oops, sorry.
For
I do that sometimes.
this honor. Thank you for this moment, and thank you on behalf of Richard and Oracene, the entire...
So, jump back into the chat. Grizzly says, I think humor should turn around a person, group, teasing, not outright insult, bully, or verbally abuse. The problem is the line between is subjective to each individual. Well, again, here's something very, very important that everybody has to understand. Celebrities are supposed to get roasted. That is the whole point of award shows. It's the whole point of roast shows. Celebrities are supposed to get roasted hard. Ricky Gervais does it. Ricky Gervais is the king of it. Celebrities are supposed to get roasted. That's why? Because they are at the highest level of admiration. And so another celebrity, a comedian, is paid at award shows to knock them down a peg. And that's okay, because they have the highest level of admiration out of anyone in the world. Politicians, nope. Like doctors, nope. Nobody's doing award shows for doctors. Like all of the people that are like helping the world. There's no award shows, there's no TV specials, but there are for actors and musicians. They have the highest admiration. They are the people that are most loved out of anybody. You know, Harry Styles is not a doctor. Harry Styles is not helping out in Ukraine right now. Harry Styles is touring right now for his music. They have the highest admiration, and at award shows, it's comedians' job to knock them down a peg. It's the point of it.
Thank you. Hope the Academy invites me back. Thank you.
All right, so now the conversation here has to go to a couple of things. One, is it chivalrous? Is it love? Is it good to do in a relationship to beat another person as one, a way to protect, and two, a way to show the person that you love them? Well, number one, how did Will Smith protect Jada from Chris Rock? How did he do that? Was Chris Rock trying to physically assault in any way Jada? Okay. How did he protect her? Okay, two. Is this a way to show his love by beating somebody up? Is this what a partner needs in order to be attracted to love and to have a good relationship? So answer these questions for yourself. Is that necessary? So say, for instance, I'm walking around and the person I'm with gets insulted. You know, I'm at the Grove in LA and the person I'm with gets insulted as we're walking by. Is it my job, my responsibility, and a sign of my love and support and protection to assault that person that said something? The person that I'm with, is that person now happier? Does that person feel more protected? Does that person see that I love them more? So answer this question for yourselves, everybody. This is interesting stuff. Now, personally to me, no, none of it. It does nothing. I understand that there are people that have, you know, negative sides in them. I understand that when somebody is bullying somebody, by the way, that's not what Chris Rock was doing. Again, it is his profession to roast celebrities, but we're talking about outside of this. Because, of course, Will Smith, I guess for a second, forgot that this was the dynamic. He was sitting front and center to get roasted by Chris Rock. That was the whole purpose of this scene right here with Chris Rock being there. But Will Smith didn't see that way for that moment. So we're taking it to the dynamic in which Will Smith saw it, as though a random person was teasing his wife. Should him beating the shit out of that person be what he does to prove love, to prove protection? Well, ask yourself, how does that protect the person? Now, what if that person was getting physical with Jada? That's different. You are then protecting the person by fighting back. That makes sense, right? What would happen if Will Smith just stood there while Jada was getting attacked by somebody? That wouldn't make sense, right? But if somebody said something and then Will Smith attacked the person, would that make sense? What would happen if after somebody made fun of Jada, let's say Jada and Will Smith were walking down the street. Will Smith walked away and just with Jada and said something. I mean, could have said many things, but could have said, "Are you all right?" It's, some people are crazy. Some people are really insecure. Some people don't really like themselves, and they lash out at others to try to make themselves feel good, especially people that, they may be jealous of. Another thing is he could have just went up to the person and said, "Hey, my wife has alopecia. She's balding, and it really hurt her what you said." Who knows? That person that was teasing Jada could have went up to her and said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking." But if Will Smith beat that person on the street, it's quite possible the tension rose even more. That person got very offended and then fought back at Will, creating a scuffle, and then they both go to jail. Now remember, assault brings you to jail. So let's look at it in a different perspective. Let's say, for instance, Chris Rock said a joke, and then just a random stranger, let's say like a seat filler, walked up to Chris Rock and just fucking blasted him in the face. What would happen to that seat filler? Do you think that seat filler would just stay there? Or do you think the seat filler would be removed from the room and then brought to the police, which would bring that person to jail? I believe so. So basically what was happening is the Academy believed that what Will Smith did was legitimate, number one. Or number two, what they believed is that ejecting Will Smith would have been a bad look for them, and to say, let's just play this out and see how it goes, so we're not a part of this, which is more likely the situation, as the Academy, these awards, this is money for them, and they're making a lot of money on the show. And to end it right there, or to eject Will Smith, might have looked bad on the Academy, so they kind of stepped back away from it. All right, so I'm going to jump back in the chat and see what we're talking about here. Chris Crockett said, do you think that what Will Smith did could be considered bullying? Because I don't think he would have done that to just anyone. I think bullying is like a very direct, I'm going to hurt somebody to make myself feel better, as like a pastime. No, I think this was a heat of the moment type of thing that Will Smith did. Ricky says, Will Smith is an alpha male. Betas would not hurt somebody. So yeah, I think the reason why Will Smith also felt that he could do this is because he's Will Smith. He's one of the biggest celebrities in the entire world. I think maybe fame went to his head. Pobed says, I would rather my significant other ignore that person. Me too, honestly. Me too. If I was walking down the street and I was with somebody and somebody was teasing me, I would literally just be like, okay, all right, and keep going. If that person, if my partner went and fought that person, I would think, one, my partner is unstable emotionally. My partner is insecure. My person thinks that I love a person based on how their ability to fight for me. And I would likely break up with that person. So I'll say it again. If I was walking down the street with my partner, somebody teased me, my partner beat up that person, I would break up with my partner. And why would I do it? Because that is an emotionally unstable thing to do. Especially for somebody that's 50 years plus. It's emotionally unstable and it's insecure. Very, very insecure. Not just like normal insecure. I wouldn't be in a relationship with somebody that's very, very insecure and emotionally unstable. That's not the type of people that I want to be in a relationship with. So I would break up with my partner for that. So, yep. Let's see what else we're saying here. Michael Korea says that's not a way to prove your love. Yeah. So Daniela says, Will has been at these award shows for years. He has to know that they are fair game for jokes. He wasn't defending anyone except his own ego. Yeah. Other people are, thinking about it in terms of like the fact that Jada was with another man much younger than Will, cheated on Will with another younger man. And Will is trying to showcase his ability to be a viable partner for Jada. Basically, people are saying that he's still insecure because of the cheating that happened, and this is his way to prove that he is worth Jada's time. Again, it's no matter what way you want to look at it, what Will Smith did was an act of insecurity and emotional instability. There's no other way to look at it. So basically, anytime you are negatively lashing out at somebody where it's not warranted, in other words, literally protecting, not like protecting my family from being teased. No, like literally, like if a bear, if a bear, you run. Actually, what martial artists, like masters of martial arts say is like, anytime you are being attacked in any way, the number one thing to do is run. That is the most noble, most confident, best way to get out of being attacked. Now, if you cannot run, well, then you have to protect yourself physically. So basically, physical altercation is the last resort for even, especially, masters of martial arts. Yeah. So basically, physical altercations in no way is protection. But anyway, let's see what the alt-right think about this.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Chris Rock said one of the most mild jokes ever.
It was pretty mild.
Jada
I
Pinkett
so.
is bald. Apparently, I didn't know this. I found out after the fact that she didn't shave her head voluntarily. She shaved her head because she's suffering from alopecia.
Yeah, I didn't know
All right, so he doesn't give a shit. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Hello and welcome. Today I feel like we have no choice.
This is such a creepy ass show.
The slap heard around the world. Okay, nobody watches the Oscars anymore, but over the weekend, all of that changed when millions of people worldwide began circulating a clip of actor Will Smith
All right, dude,
jumping on something else. Unbeknownst to Chris Rock and also to me, and I'm sure millions of other viewers around the world who are used to seeing Jada with a low haircut, Jada is apparently suffering from a condition known as alopecia.
All right, we know this. Come on.
Keep my wife's name.
All right, come on.
His first Oscar.
Come on, explain your opinion.
For instruction on what and who they ought to be in every room. The truth is that off the big screen, Will Smith has been spiritually annihilated by his wife. Don't forget, it was Jada Pinkett Smith who openly shared with the world how she cheated on her husband, remember? And with who? Her son's friend. Yeah, Jada carried out an extramarital affair with a young man who was at first friends with her son. Then she dragged her puppy dog husband out onto the world stage and told the public while making him sit through it, listen to it, and agree that she had the right to do what she did. Don't believe me? Take a look yourself.
During that time, launched.
Yeah, I already saw this. It seems like Candace Owens even has the good take. Damn. Let's see what Rollo Tony Tomasaloli says.
What happens with a beta male guy, a guy who is...
I can't even... It's just too funny, the fucking first second. It's 2 seconds in. It's hilarious.
Very blue.
Yo, look at those fucking death metal guitars behind him. There's nothing more alpha than this guy.
Is really stuck in the old order way of things. Really moralistic guys in particular, but also guys who just sort of buy into this right and wrong kind of thing. Blah, 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 right? That guy, like I said, blue pill alphas tend to be the worst white knights that you will ever meet. That's number
White
one.
knight it up,
the
baby.
Other side of this is that, like, when you buy into that for long enough and it becomes sort of your protocol for working, it becomes sort of like the right and the wrong. It becomes the judgment call, or the judgment side of the whole thing. So when I talk about, wait a minute, where was that? When I talk about,
so if anybody doesn't know who this is the godfather of the red pill, the alpha male himself, Rollo Tomaslolo, whatever his name is.
This is why it's very important, I should say, why we keep alpha and beta as abstractions, not as...
He's so funny. Like, he's literally seriously discussing the words alpha and beta. It just, I love it so much. This is why I have this show, guys. Oh, it's so good. Oh, keep going, Rollo.
Like qualifiers. Alpha is a mindset, not a demographic. Beta also is a mindset and not a demographic as well. So I can make a case that Elon Musk or that Jeff Bezos is very much beta, very much blue pill. They're still stuck in that way of thinking about things. And that colors the decisions that these guys make. So what happens is that blue pill beta-ness becomes your predominant personality attributes, right? You're more agreeable. You're not like dark. If you want to say, well, dark triad versus like, what?
Don't be agreeable, man. Don't fucking be agreeable. In fact, anybody that takes improv classes, you're literally automatically beta. Literally, you can't be alpha if you are anywhere near improv whatsoever.
Agree with, good pro-social character traits, right? If you go and you say, these are bad and these are good, like dark triad, that's why we call it dark, right? I disagree, by the way. I don't think we should call them dark triad.
Has he jumped? He's like jumped into 5 different topics in 1 minute.
I think that they are part of human personality, and they can be dark or they can be light.
Dude, oh my God.
The dark triad traits are, well, I'll keep calling them that.
Shut up.
So great a sin as self-neglect. What's narcissism and what's not? It's all dependent upon whatever your context happens to be. Okay. You can take a pathological personality like
he just, this guy jumps from point to point to point.
You can use it creatively, and you can, as I said, the human condition is discontent, but how you address that discontent, how you use it creatively or how you use it destructively is just the same thing. The same blue pill guy.
Okay, come on.
Life. Okay. G.I. Jane, right? Blah, blah, blah. He's going to be pissed off, and he's going to be sort of like a petulant child, whatever. That's what I would expect from a blue pill beta guy. Should he have gone up there and done that? If he was more alpha and he went up there and he was like sort of just saying, don't talk shit about my family, because if you do, I'm going to kick your fucking ass. Right. Sometimes alpha can be expressed with silence. When you're getting to be, you become.
Will Smith should have just went up and looked at Chris Rock like this. And then walked away. Alpha, baby.
Alpha as a guy is when your silence inspires more fear than your actions.
Ooh. So when you're alpha, you inspire fear in your silence.
Daddy's not saying anything, and people are like trembling in their boots because the Godfather isn't saying anything, or because or somebody ghosted you, or they went no contact. Sometimes you better be shaking in your boots because they're not communicative, because you don't know what's going on, and they were your friend. And
okay, I'm learning here. So if you're alpha, you are making people scared of you. Got it. I'd love to know why. I don't know any relationship that I've had where making somebody scared of me has benefited my life whatsoever.
Now they're silent again. That is
God. He literally is just a bullshit artist. He's just spewing crap out of his mouth. Like, none of this makes any sense. He's just making shit up.
When you have more to fear from that guy, from the guy who's more alpha anyways. So, I mean, that's neither here nor there. But the thing is like that flash of alpha, that like almost like that beta rage that comes out.
Yes.
The reason why it comes out is not because I'm going to argue this. The reason why he went up there and slapped Chris Rock is not because he was defending Jada's honor. It's not an honor thing. It's not a loyal thing. It's not a morality thing. It's a repercussions thing. Because smacking, bitch slapping Chris Rock, who, by the way, is a low-hanging fruit, let's be honest. Okay, he's not going to, clearly he wasn't going to defend himself. He's leaning into it. I still say it's bullshit. But if it's not, smack that guy, there's going to be fallout. It's going to be in TMZ. Chris Rock could press charges. That's assault, right?
Yo, I've been watching for 6 minutes. He said nothing. He didn't make any point. He has no side. He's just saying buzzwords from Red Pill. If you're dark triad beta alpha male blue pilled, then of course Will Smith would slap him. If he was silent though, and he did it, and he said, "Don't fucking touch my family because I'm the Godfather," and then I'm blue pilled and red pilled, and then I slapped you, then that's good. So that's what I have to say about that.
Would Chris Rock be a bitch if he had pressed charges?
Ooh, so is it alpha to press charges or is it not alpha? Ooh, look at his face too. He's like, I got you with that question, baby. Ooh.
Chris Rock is basically mea culpa, right? My fault, my bad. Sorry, yeah, I shouldn't talk shit about your wife. Sorry about that. Like, by not pressing charges, this is why you won't hear, this is why I think it's fake, but this is also why you won't hear shit from Chris Rock. And if you do, it'll be probably months from now. Or
all right. You're a fucking idiot. All right. So, guys, listen up. We're done with that. And now I'm going to bring you guys onto Zoom. So if you look into the live chat right now, there is a link to go into the Zoom. You could chat with me, you could ask me questions, but what we're really going to do today, and by the way, we already have 3 very, very attractive men. We got Kieran, we got Raul, which I haven't seen in a while, and we got Caleb about to jump in. And we're going to do some conversation exercises. Why? Well, if you look into the description of this video, well, my friends, I just released, and I'm very, very, very happy to show you that I just released a conversation course on Skillshare. This conversation course makes up literally like half of my life's work on how to connect and build chemistry with somebody, a stranger especially. I mean, obviously it's with anyone, but it's mostly used for people that, you know, you want to start a relationship with. I literally spent 2 full months working on this, putting it all together, because most of the stuff that I teach is kind of written in notes all over the place. It's taught to people throughout the years, but I really wanted to say, let me like put this all together in one course, well organized from start to finish. And yeah, I'm really pumped about it. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to play this and I'm going to go tinkle. So you watch this. Click the link in the description if you want to get this class. The great part about Skillshare and why I'm putting it on Skillshare, everybody, is because it's free. Okay? Textual healing, it's an extremely well-made, put-together course that I have on online dating and texting somebody and how to take something from making a profile to matching to going on a date with somebody and more. That's privately sold on my website for a lot of money, but it's worth the money. This time around, I said, you know what, this thing is going to be expensive too. And I thought, damn it, let me try Skillshare out, because with Skillshare, like I said, you click the link in the description, you sign up for a free trial. It allows you to get a full month of Skillshare for free. You watch the video, you watch my class, and then you cancel if you don't like Skillshare anymore. And then you get my class for free that otherwise would have cost at the very least $300. And I'm super excited for you guys to get this class. Anybody that has already taken the class, jump into the Zoom and let's practice some conversation skills together. And then I'm going to have you guys do little conversation exercises together, practice conversation together. This is why this beta show is important. This is why we're here. This is why I hope you guys like this show, is because you guys are actually learning social skills as we are podcasting. Yeah, Arthur Pop just left something really nice. What a great course. Just the section at the beginning makes me 1,000 times more relaxed when I go into any interaction. Its simplicity also makes it easy to understand and execute. Yeah, everything that I teach, I want it to be as simple as possible. It's my job to deal with the complexities of social skills, relationships. My job to make it really complicated in my head. It's my life's passion. It's my life's work. It's my profession. It's all I care about. I care about the complex part. When I give it to you, I want you to get it really simple so you hear it and you go, oh, that's really cool. I want to apply that. That's what this course is like. Teresa Michelle left a review. Anthony's such a blessing. Anyway, you guys could read that. Let's just watch the thing. And I'm going to go tinkle.
Create chemistry with all the right people, whether you wanted to know about conversation in just 4 hours. And that's what we'll be doing in this class. My name's Anthony Recenello, and in this class, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to know in order to become a great conversationalist and create chemistry with all the right people, whether for friendships or even business relationships. And it doesn't matter what gender you are or your experience level, social skills are universal. The most amazing conversationalists all do the same things, and that's what I've spent the past 20 years of my life studying. I started learning about social skills and conversation way back in 2002, and you could say I was socially handicapped. When my friends wanted to go out to meet new people on the weekends, I was the one freaking out. I didn't know the right words that people wanted to hear, but I realized I was passionate about the art of meeting new people. Soon after, I started helping people on the same exact thing, and it wasn't before long that major publications caught wind of the progress I was making for so many different people. And places like the New York Times, CNN, Fox, and a ton more media outlets invited me to explain how I could build strong chemistry with the right people so quickly and easily. Soon after that, I started a YouTube channel teaching millions the art of being a great conversationalist. That channel now has over 230,000 subscribers. Now, you don't have to be a social skills expert in order to be an amazing conversationalist. In fact, I spent all those years figuring out how to make it easier and more fun and effective for you, not more complicated. And so in this class, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know as a conversationalist, whether you're an outgoing extrovert or a quiet introvert. We're going to cover tons of stuff, including how to figure out what to actually say and do when you start a conversation with anyone. We're going to talk about how to actually do eye contact in a way that gets people engaged and focused on you. What about how to ask questions that get somebody opening up and talking to you instantly? Then we'll put it all together when learning how to work a room, such as a party, a night out with friends, or even just a cafe. And I rarely will be telling you what to say, because this course teaches you how to just have words flowing out of you naturally.
All right, anyway, you get it. That's the course. I worked so hard on it. I'm more excited about this course than textual healing, even though I would say textual healing would probably bring better results because it's more actionable. How to do this, how to get the right dates, how to make the date, all that type of stuff. But this course, to me, is just what I'm more passionate about. I love conversation. I've studied it. And I studied it because I was a social outcast all my life. I was wild. I was like a Jim Carrey, Robin Williams as a kid. I was nuts. And I had to learn as I was growing up how to fit into society, but while still being myself. And that was like clashing with me. I was going, okay, well, people are telling me to be myself, but when I'm being myself, I weird everybody out. But then if I follow all the rules of what society asks of me, then I'm just feeling empty. And so that's why I got really obsessed with social skills and relationship building, because I wanted to know how to properly interact with people while I could still be myself. And so basically that's what this course is all about. Anyway, I'm going to bring some people in. Everybody's been waiting. Kieran has been waiting the longest. So we're going to bring my buddy, my boy. What up? Hold up. Hold on.
Oh, I need to change my background.
What up? Mute it. Hold on.
Okay, I muted you. I also need to change my background. I forgot to change this.
What is it? Wait, why isn't this working? Oh, I see. That's so weird. Holy crap. Hold on one second. There we go, baby.
There you go.
Wait, hold on. How are you, bud?
Doing good. Actually, I'm going to put on some headphones for this one.
Okay, good. Ooh. Getting real serious.
Yeah. Let me add some technical stuff. Yes.
Oops. Wrong thing.
I hear you now.
What'd you say?
I can hear you now through my headphones.
Oh, nice. All right, so I don't know why my headphones are like kind of... Has the stream, the videos that I've been playing, are they like low quality audio to you?
From the YouTube stream, no, but from the Zoom call, yes.
Oh, so you hear low quality audio from me right now?
Yes, I do.
Something's weird, man. Can people tell me in the live chat if the audio... Anyway, let's forget it. How you doing, bud? How's life?
It's been cool. I went back up to my hometown. I'm not gonna dox my exact hometown.
Okay.
But it's my spring break, so basically I'm just trying to do everything I can. Meet all the people that I can, do all the hangouts I can, I feel like I'm a celebrity's publicist, but I'm the celebrity and the publicist at the same time.
Whoa, damn. I like that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I feel like I'm feeling some good vibes from you this week.
Yeah, and then I finally got to schedule a haircut with one of my barbers. So finally that gets to be done.
Wait, did you get the haircut?
Yes.
Yeah, because it looks good. I was just making sure. I was like, it looks good.
No, it looked better earlier. If I could pull up a picture, I could, but it's not that necessary if you
That's cool.
don't see it.
Yo, is that a vibrator behind you? The green?
What,
is that a green
thing?
dildo? Oh, nice. I bought one of those last week too. I don't use it for lint though. That's why I asked.
For dildo purposes.
I'm not gonna tell you why I use it, okay?
It's for your girlfriend.
See, some people could have found that offensive, and that's okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so did you take the Skillshare class yet?
Not yet. I'm telling you.
Wow.
I've been
you know
busy.
what, man? You know what? You're out of here. I'm just joking.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm joking. All right. But let's work on some actual conversation stuff. What do you want to?
You sure you want to?
What?
You sure you want to work with me on it? Because do you remember in the second time we talked, I was like, you know, don't worry, I'm a master conversationalist.
We could always be getting better.
I'm in.
I mean, I could always be getting better. I want to keep learning conversation. I'm always trying to improve and seeing how I could get that, like, you know, little percentage better and better because it's fun for me.
Oh, or is this a LeBron James learning from Hakeem Olajuwon how to post up, even though LeBron was the best player in the world at the time? But
damn, boy, you're feeling good today.
Yeah. Or Michael Jordan doing weight training so that when the Bad Boys Pistons would clobber him, it wouldn't bother him that much.
Okay, all right. It's either one. But let's say this, because we did talk about last week or 2 weeks ago how expressing your sexual attraction was a weak spot for you.
Sure. I mean, I've done it before, as I told you, but
yeah, but that wasn't good enough when you did it before.
What, me flirting with my friend was not good enough?
Yeah.
What?
I want you to be more direct when you express your attraction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
do you remember that whole conversation we had?
I watched it over again.
Yeah. And all right.
Yeah, so it's fresh in my mind.
All right, let's just do this. What do you want? Is there anything in conversation where you would want to improve?
Oh man, what do I do?
Kieran, why are you here right now?
I'm just hanging around. I
know.
like, it's fine if you want to go to the next person. I think it might be more beneficial to the next person. But I think the only thing is, like, how do I carry? So I'm good at making the first initial conversation, but then how do I carry it after that? Like, that's more of like a relationship kind of thing.
What do you mean after that, though?
Somebody. Like, after I make the conversation, I get their contacts, and then I can message them on my phone. And then, but I don't really message people that much after the first encounter.
So there you go. That's your answer. No, this is all part of it. And actually, this is also in the course. When you interact with somebody and you meet them and you get their contact, do you plant the seed of the next time you guys are going to hang out?
Generally, no.
That's what you need to do. So that's the conversational little next thing you want to add. So I'm always thinking what's the next step? What's the next level in this relationship? It's my job because it's my responsibility because it's my relationships. So I'm always going, how could I get to the next level? Because I want to have relationships. So when I'm talking to somebody, I'm looking for where our shared interests lie, right? And I'm remembering them. So at the end of the conversation, hey, you're an awesome person. Let's get together sometime. Actually, we should play chess together because we both love chess. Let's do it. We should, oh, you know what we should do? We should get a chessboard and play out in the, on campus, on like the green field, and like make a little picnic out of it. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good thing. I could easily like add that to my repertoire. I mean, I know from my friends or new people I met, I know a new person that met me said, yeah, you should play Apex Legends with us. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll consider getting the game. But I don't know because I haven't been gaming that much. Okay, that's a separate conversation. But yeah, I could be like, it was really nice meeting you. Thanks for your socials. We should go bowling at the first floor of the USU building.
Yes.
Yeah, we should go do that.
Yes. And then you wait for what they say. And if they go, yeah, that sounds awesome, then you're good. If they go, well, then you ask for clarity. And if they go, sorry, I have a boyfriend, or sorry, I have enough friends, then you go, oh, that's totally fine. It was nice meeting you anyway. I'll keep up with your life on Instagram. But after they say, yeah, that sounds great, the next thing you want to do, because remember, it is your responsibility to have good relationships in your life. You don't even stop there. You say, you free this week? And then they can...
Oh, that's... Okay. There's something that I definitely want to improve on, or something that bothers me a little bit, because I know so many different people, but I still go to events by myself because I always assume everyone's busy. But when I have invited people, it has kind of confirmed my confirmation bias, where I do ask people, but then they just say, yeah, I'm busy.
Okay. So a couple things. Hold up. Number one, yeah, definitely do that. I spent all of high school going, if somebody wants to hang out with me, then they'll call me. And guess what? People didn't call me, okay? So I had to realize, once again, it is my responsibility to have good relationships for my life, so I have to call people. And that's the confident thing to do. It's not the like little simp baby boy going, can you please hang out with me? No, you're coming at it from a place where you're providing value to them by having a great experience with them. Number two, never, ever, ever assume that never ever assume that the day you want that person to be free, they'll be free, because they won't be free. It's just the law of the land. So if you go, hey, I have this on this day, do you want to come with me? You're taking a risk there, and you might as well just go, well, I'm sacrificing the potential for this relationship just because I want to go to this thing with somebody. What I recommend you do is, first of all, do a soft scheduling. So you just go, oh, are you free sometime this week? And if they go, yeah, then you go, okay, cool. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in the DMs or something like that. Then after that, you guys could chat and then talk about scheduling. You don't want to like pencil something in while you guys are exchanging contact information. That's too much. But at the same time, it's also not good to go like, oh, Saturday, there's this event that I really want to go to. Do you want to go with me? It's in all likelihood that person is just not going to be free, just because that's the way of the world. If you want somebody to be free on a certain day, they're not going to be. So what you want to do is ask when they're free, then they give you their days, and then based on their days, you see if you're free, and then you plan based on that.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
That's actually a better way, because I just tell people, there's an event on 7 p.m. on Saturday. Are you available? But then they'll just say yes. Sometimes they say no.
Yeah.
But then if I say, hey, are you free this weekend? No. And be like, okay, cool. And they say yes. Okay, how about Saturday at 7 p.m.? We're going to this game or this cleanup. And be like, yeah, wait, cleaning up at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
It's so late.
Yeah, and the
Clean
other
up at 10:30 a.m.
the other problem with asking somebody a specific date is if they say no, then you have to ask again, and then it just gets really kind of crappy from there, because it's like, then are you free Sunday? And they're like, I don't think so. Monday? And then by this time, it's just the whole conversation is just imbalanced. It doesn't work. It just feels weird in everybody's head. And so it's better to just say, when are you free? And then when you know they're free, look for what you would like to do within their schedule. And then go, oh, well, Saturday that you're free, there's actually this happening. Do you want to go to that?
Yeah, I think I've had problems with asking. Oh wait, well, I might have had a problem asking someone too much. Like I would ask 1 week,
Yeah.
they say no, I'm not free this week,
Yeah.
and then the next week I ask them, but on a slightly different day, but it would be
Yeah.
early on the week. Nah, the next week, and then finally she was free, so then we actually hung out.
Cool.
But I am wondering, how do I prevent myself from badgering someone? Because I don't think I do that with anyone,
Yeah.
but I don't want to end up badgering people.
Good. Okay, so that's a good question, and the answer is just don't do it. So I'm like pretty strict on who wants to be in my life. And if somebody basically is showing that they don't want to be in my life, then I don't want them to be in my life. And what ends up happening is then all of my relationships are with people that are excited to be with me and change their plans to be with me, rather than me having relationships with a bunch of people that are always using me as the last resort. No, I got to do this. No, I got to do this. Let me see how my week goes. If that happens like twice, like I get it for the first time, you know, somebody's genuinely busy this week, blah, blah, blah. And you know, we'll try again another week. If the second week they do the same thing, I just won't contact them again. And like I said, when I'm really strict with who is in my life, I only end up with people that really are excited to be with me and that really like me. So I would say just don't badger. Try it twice. If after the second time they're still just not very proactive about seeing you, just don't ever talk to them again. Simple. There's a ton of people in this world.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So let's
Sure.
do a role play really quick, okay?
Okay.
Let's have like a 2-minute conversation, and then I want you to say something like, wow, you're really cool. So basically, this is all in the conversation class. You could say this in any way you want, but basically say something like, wow, you're really cool. We should get together sometime. To which I will say yes. To which you will say, cool, when are you free next? And then I'll say blah, blah, blah. And then anywhere in this area, you could like bring up an idea for what we could do together based on any shared interests we've had in our conversation. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. And let's only make it like a 2-minute conversation. Doesn't have to be long.
Okay.
Let's do it, baby. Go. I love that red jacket, by the way.
So I just saw.
Or is that a
this
hoodie?
is my rain jacket right here.
Oh, nice. It looks good. Red looks good on you.
Except I don't like the point. Thank you. That's my favorite color.
Yeah, it's good. Cool.
Don't tell the Crips though. So just go.
Yeah.
So Anthony, it was really cool meeting you.
No.
I think
Let's start with a conversation, and then I want you to segue into it so you can practice that segue.
Okay. And are you pretending to be someone else, or should I talk to you as you?
Yeah, let's just make believe I'm a random person at college.
Okay. How do I start this?
Just comment on something I'm wearing or doing or something.
Okay. Wow. Aren't you you're Regina, right? You're my sociology class. I really like those earrings that you wear. You got those what's that called? Playing cards earrings. That's really creative.
Yeah.
It's something different than
Thank you.
that I'd never see it.
Thank you so
never see
much.
People wear.
Oh wow, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like, I like making jewelry for myself. I think it's really fun. Instead of buying it, I thought, why not just make it?
Oh, okay, so that means you are the bestseller on Etsy then.
Whoa, no.
You're being flooded with cash.
I'm not, but maybe I should turn this into a business. Maybe you just gave me an idea.
I think so, because imagine you sell playing cards. I think one day you had Pokemon cards. I think another day you had Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Okay. Maybe I should take you on as my business partner, because I think we're going to be millionaires.
Yeah. Actually, I'm more interested in making a worker cooperatively owned business rather than a partnership. But that'd be interesting. Yeah, I was just headed to the USU building. I gotta go, but I think you're pretty cool. I think we should hang out sometime. What's your availability next week?
I don't know. So I would change the phrasing a little bit. Let's take a pause. Number one, obviously, I think you're super charming, so plus points for that. A couple things that I would talk to you about regarding this topic of seeing somebody again. Number one, if I say we should partner in this business together, even though it was funny what you said, it was really funny, it broke the connection between you and me. When you could have done improv and said, hell yeah, I'll be the COO and you could be the CEO, and it'll be dope. We should get together and talk about this. Like, why don't we get together and talk about this Etsy business we're going to start?
Okay.
And then that segue is so easy, because then I go, yeah, that sounds dope. Let's do it. And in my head, if I liked you, I'm not going, oh, wow, we're starting an Etsy business together. No, I know we're just being playful and still doing improv, and maybe we will talk about some Etsy business, but really it was just a clever segue for you.
Okay.
So I want you to notice those. Any opportunity you could have to go, we should do that together in the future, you take it. And I literally just served it up to you. We should be business partners. And you go, no. And it was funny. It was great. It was funny and charming. But if I'm thinking about how do I get this relationship to work and move to the next level, I'm going to sacrifice these little funny quips for I want to say yes and let's get together sometime.
Yes,
cool.
And
yes.
Okay.
And then the next thing is, you said, what's your availability next week? What you did is you made me think, and I don't want to think, and you don't want me to think.
You free next week?
Yes, because I'm sure I'm free. There's got to be a time I'm free. Basically, you're asking, do you want to get together? But if you go, what's my availability? Automatically, I just went, what is my availability? And already we just created a stop in the conversation. So are you free next week? You want to get together sometime next week? Yes. Cool. Let's talk about it in the DMs. What's your Instagram? Boom.
Boom.
All right, let's go from there again. Just tell me that segue into hanging out again.
Let's just start from the partnership joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would be a great CEO. I would be a great COO, and then eventually we could take over the world like Amazon has.
Ooh.
So I think that would be great. I think that would be great. I think we should get this partnership together. So what's your Instagram? Let's get this going on.
Well, you should say we should get together and talk about this. And
yeah,
so get my commitment first. So instead of, so another thing that people do, and this is not to say that you learned this from somewhere, but this is like a pickup artist thing, is just to steamroll through it and assume that they want to. So it's like, yeah, that's good. Let's do it next week, Wednesday. Give me your Instagram. And it doesn't give the person a chance to say yes. But those yeses are great because you want the person saying yes, because it gets them subconsciously committing to this relationship. So ask me, do you want to get together next week? We should do that.
Okay.
Wait for my response, basically.
Okay.
I know we're making this complicated right here, but because this is like a session between us right now. So it's okay if it's a little complicated and confusing.
Okay. Hold on, I'm thinking that I'm trying to imagine the whole conversation.
Do your segue again.
Actually
that was a great segue.
It's harder to practice this in an improv versus when I'm doing it in person. Because when I'm in person, I don't just steamroll and just say, yeah, we're gonna do this next week. I do actually ask them, hey, do you have any social media?
Yeah, cool. All right, well, let's just try that. Go from the partnership.
Okay, I think this partnership would be great. I think we could take over the world like Google or like Facebook.
Ooh.
And influence the political game. That's how we can connect on their interests. So, what's your social media?
Wait for me to wait for me to say, yeah, that sounds cool.
Oh.
You did it like a sales pitch. I think we could do this, so tell me your social media and we'll get started right away.
Yeah.
Just do it again.
All right. I like this partnership. I think it's a great thing we could do. We could take over the world like Apple.
Dope.
And then, yeah, that would be dope.
Yes.
Since we both think this is a dope idea, what's your social media?
No, just say we should get together sometime next week and talk about it.
We should get together next week and we should talk about it. So what's your social media?
No, wait for me to say yes. So just say we should get together next week and talk about it.
We should get together next week and talk about it.
Hell yeah, that sounds great. Now ask me.
All right. So what's your social media account?
It is Anthony Recenello at Instagram.
There you go.
Yeah. See, but what I know this seems like semantics, me telling you to wait for my response, but again, you want that person's commitment in the planning. You want them to say, yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. In each step of the way. If you just go, okay, so that's cool. Let's do it. Let's do it next week. What's your social media? You don't give me a chance to invest in this together with you mentally. So it feels like you just did something great, but meanwhile, I'm just standing here and, you know, that happens a lot. That'll happen where, like, you know, for instance, maybe there's like a guy that's trying to pick up a girl at a bar and the guy will like say all these things and the girl will go, okay, here's my number. And she didn't really say or do anything or invest into that. And the guy walks away thinking he's hot shit because he just, danced this great performance for her. Meanwhile, she didn't invest anything into the interaction. So she feels like she has no skin in the game. Get the person to invest every step of the way.
Okay.
Cool. And like you said, you likely do this in person. Just now that we're practicing, it's a little off, and I get that. But I do want you to practice this little thing because, you want to get used to making plans with somebody once you meet them. Because another thing is it gets that person thinking, oh yeah, I'm supposed to get together with that cool guy Kieran that I met this week. And so when you plant that little seed, when you message them, and then you bring up, hey, let's get together sometime, it's already been planted in their head. They've already committed to that a little bit subconsciously. And so saying it in the DMs is a lot more easy and natural, rather than just saying, let me get your Instagram and then messaging them, hey, we should hang out. It's a little more out of nowhere. And so it's a little more, it's just not as smooth as when you plant the seed, when you exchange the contacts.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm already thinking about how this could improve my interaction with someone.
Nice.
I remember.
Is it the girl with the
already...
playing card earrings?
No, that's a fictional character I created.
Oh, wow.
What my sisters actually do.
Wow, I thought that was real. I was like, damn, this girl's probably really cute.
Actually, my sisters, they wear different earrings, like playing card earrings. Sometimes they wear toys. Sometimes they wear Legos.
Damn.
So then I created a character based on what my sisters do.
I love that.
This would be so dope that if I met someone who wore earrings like that.
Yeah, you have good improv skills, man. Cool.
Hey, I basically had to do that for my performance last week.
All right, cool. Yeah. I'm gonna throw you out of here. I'm gonna bring in Raul.
Yeah, kick me out like a bouncer.
You did a great job, buddy. I hope you learned something. Apply it. Come back next week and tell me how you did.
Yeah, let's see. Don't disappoint me, Raul. I'm just putting too much pressure on you. Let's see. No, Raul, you got this. Raul.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you. You got this.
Yeah. All right. Later, buddy. Good seeing you.
Later.
Let's bring in my bud, Raul. There he is. Ooh, that fucking, holy shit, man. That goatee is off the chain. Can you hear me?
Is it?
Oh, it's wild and crazy, sexy. And it's little salt and pepper in there. It's just what I want.
Yeah.
Oh, and your hair. Yo, dude, your haircut looks great too. I haven't seen you in a while. You've really spiffed up.
Oh, I just haven't cut my hair. It's getting long.
No, I think it looks great.
I don't know what to do with it.
Keep it. You look really good.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Cool. Did you take the new conversation course?
I feel bad. I'm gonna be another one to say no.
Wow. You know what? You're out of here too. Get the fuck out. No, I'm just joking. But you should take it. It's really good.
Me? I was like, I planned to. It's just, I work downtown and it was busy during all these spring breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a different spring break every week. So now I'm gonna be free. And I plan to get to it.
Yeah, baby. All right. What's a conversation? What's a part of conversation that you think you want to work on?
Let me see. For the compliments is one thing I'm working on. I even bought a book to try to help me with it and stuff like that. Is that part of a conversation?
Of course it is. And that's in the course too. So you'll learn it in the course as well as your book. All right, let's practice compliments right now. So I'm going to get into a little conversation with you and I want you to throw a compliment at me.
Okay.
Sure. So I'm going to start. So how did you get your beard to be so just, I don't know. It's long, but it doesn't look dirty. That's actually sexy.
I honestly don't know. I'm one of those guys that doesn't do anything to take care of himself. And just people say, oh, I get that stuff all the time. It's like, oh, what kind of cream do you use on your face? You don't have any pimples. It's like, nothing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that actually happens to me too. People ask how I get my hair to be like this, and I don't do anything. I don't use a brush. No brush on my hair.
Your hair is very good also. I noticed it's shorter than when you first started your podcast.
That's right.
It looks it looks good. I was wondering, is it shorter because of was your girlfriend getting a bit jealous that you can do like a better hair swirl than her or something like that?
That was good. You don't need helping compliments. That was perfect. That was so good. You're bullshitting me.
Well, I honestly, I've been working on my assumptive questions, and that's just one I thought of like.
Oh, so you did a little assumptive question compliment.
Yes, yeah. So, and that's one I thought of like, that's an assumptive question I would ask Anthony about his hair, because I've noticed it's shorter, and so that's something I thought of before I came prepared with.
Oh, you're such a badass, man. You fucking came prepared with this shit. You don't need help with compliments. Come on, give me something else.
Yeah, I think it's that or probably the same as what you just worked on and getting the to the last step of like, what did y'all just do? Sorry.
Yeah. Planning the seeds for the hangout.
Yeah.
Bringing it so you guys hang out again, which is a very important part of building relationships. You think you want to work on that?
Yeah, sure.
You watched what we just did, right? So I don't have to go over it with you again.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's just get in a quick 2-minute conversation, and I want you to segue it into hanging out with me.
Okay, sure. No problem. All right. Who starts, me or you?
You could start.
Okay. And I'm supposed to pretend you're someone else, right? Or so.
Yeah. I'm a pretty woman.
Hey, that's a nice. That looks like an expensive camera you have there. You into photography?
I am actually.
Ah, nice. What kind of photography do you do?
I like street photography. Here, let me show you. So I was in New York. I was in New York a couple of years ago. Here's one of the shots. I like this photo. It's a bunch of kids getting off at school in New York City in the Lower East Side. And I just liked it.
Oh, wow.
They had a good vibe.
That's awesome. That looks good.
Thanks.
That's pretty awesome. Like, wow. I'm speechless. Like, I'm like into all sorts of art and everything. So, do you just see random things, random pictures, and decide that looks nice and capture it with your camera?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Awesome. That looks awesome. That's awesome. What other are you into, like experiencing all types of art?
Yeah. I mean, I love music. I love movies. I love photography. I think it stops there.
No, that sounds. What else is there?
All right, let's take a pause real quick. So, yeah. I talk about this actually in the textual healing course, where people spend too long on the conversation and trying to expand it, and really what they're doing is they're just going over the same thing. If you can sense a spot to dive in and ask somebody to hang out with you, jump, right? So you literally just go, I really like that. And didn't you talk about that you like photography or something like that? Did you say that? Okay. Yeah. Literally, I just say I like going street photography. You say, oh, when you walk around, you see something you like and you shoot it. I say, yes. All you needed to do is go, we should go street photographying sometime together. We should do photography on the street. You could legitimize it further by saying, you could teach me like all of the cool tricks that you do, and maybe I could be like your disciple. Not like Jesus though, but like a photography, disciple. Not like I think you're a cult leader or a religious leader or anything like that. Just a photography one.
Okay.
All right, so do that to me. I'm gonna let's go back and just talk about my photography again. I'll say yes, and then say we should do that together.
Okay. Let's see. Talk about your photography again. It's like, let's see.
No, you're thinking too hard, Raul. Just say the same thing you just said.
So you do different kinds of photography then.
Yeah, mostly just street photography.
I've been thinking of doing a bit of photograph myself.
Oh, cool.
Are you although not me personally photograph, I've been thinking of doing a
nude
a photo project I want to talk to with someone.
Oh.
Are you open to talk about photo projects?
Okay, that's you're pitching me for a sales thing. You're not selling me anything. Yeah. Are you open to talking? No. Just go. We should get together and talk about photography and maybe take some pictures. Just say that.
Okay. Let's see. Well, we should get together and take some pictures. Well, hold on.
Be excited about it. Evoke the fun that we'll have together when you say that.
Yeah, it's like, let me see. Ooh, it's just like, ooh, let me see.
You're the best.
I'm trying because like, ooh, I'm trying. It's like, hey, it would be more fun if like, ooh, I go dancing and you take pictures of me like while I'm doing my dancing and everything. Oh, do you like taking pictures of that?
Yeah, I'll do that. I will take pictures of you dancing.
I would love that.
But you have to be nude, Raul.
No cool. Huh?
You have to be naked. If you dance, you have to be naked. This is art.
Oh, sure. but then I have to draw. I'm an artist. I draw people. I have to draw you like in the Titanic scene,
Whoa! Now this is getting too spicy. Let's wait. You know what? Let's do the dancing photography first, and if it goes well, then maybe we could do the Titanic drawing next afterwards, another time.
Yeah, that sounds good. I should get your info then. Yeah. What's your Instagram?
Yes. Great. That was beautiful. Do you see how you took interests that we share and then you came up with a fun idea to do it together? Now, here's the thing, and this is what I talk about in my classes. When you guys say this stuff, it doesn't even have to be the thing that you guys hang out and do. And usually, it's not. Usually, you guys just hang out and get a drink together or go see a movie or get some coffee. But it's the idea, it's the chemistry, it's the relation that you guys have together with this interest that is like it's like we feel like we could do that together, and maybe we will in the future. So it's like, even when you say that, that doesn't mean that the date actually has to be that. You guys could plan something and be like, hey, you wanna just like, get a beer together first? And usually people want that anyway, because people aren't looking to actually have the first interaction to be some like big crazy production. They want it to be something that's really kind of low effort. And then as you guys get to know each other, then you could actually do the thing that you talked about, that where you share your passions together. Cool?
Yeah.
People are loving you in the live chat, Raul, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Cool. Cool. Thanks. I guess I'll let you get to the next person.
Cool. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Are you coming back? Are you coming back again? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, because I had a question, but since today's about the conversation course, what's it called?
Yeah, let's do it next time.
Someone else, I'll do it next time.
Okay, cool.
So it was cool. Thank you.
Great, buddy. Great seeing you. I hope to see you again soon. Bye. All right, so I wish that I could talk to Caleb. Caleb, I got to get going. I'm so sorry. Caleb was waiting, but I gotta go do stuff. But I had a lot of fun today. My favorite parts of this are interacting with you guys, and whatever that may be. I'm not going to be here Thursday. I am going to see Silk Sonic in Vegas. I'm very excited about that. Now, once again, the link for my new conversation class, which is free for you. You get an entire month. So it's not like you get regularly with things, you get like a week-long trial. And in that week, you usually forget to cancel. You have an entire month of Skillshare. So you could take my class and then you could take whatever else other classes you want. There's a ton of great classes. If anybody knows like Ali Abdal on YouTube, he has some great classes on Skillshare. But the link is in the description of this video right now. So go click on it. Please, after you take it, please write a review. Even if you didn't like the class, it's okay. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with a non 5-star review or whatever. But I would just love to know what you think. So just tell me in the reviews what you would think. It's great because I just love getting feedback about this stuff. Yeah, it's just more fun for me that way. Yeah, I'm so excited to see what everybody thinks of the class. It was really hard getting this thing up. Skillshare didn't want me to have this class up. They thought it was too risque. They thought it was too bad. They thought it was too alpha, but I told them I'm beta. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry, Caleb. I miss you, Caleb. I'll hopefully see you next week. That's it for today. I hope y'all learned something. I hope we had fun. Oh, I want to check out the chat before I go. Okay. Kieran says, it's harder than it looks to be in the room. You're doing good, Raul. Yeah. It start kind of sour. Says there's tears coming out of my eyes, Raul. Pobed says, Anthony having too much fun. Marissa says, I was asked out on a date to go bowling just because it flowed nicely with our conversation, but once the day came, he just didn't follow through. Interesting. Tristan says, can anyone join or does he have to know us? No, anybody could join at this point. In the future, though, when you are a member, only members are going to be able to join. But if I did that now, nobody would come in. Oh God, I want to thank all of the new members that came in today. Oh my God, that's incredible. I have 3 new members today. Woo! We're building the beta family. And I want you to see it as a mark of pride to be a beta male, a beta female, a beta non-binary, any beta you want to be. We have to come together and fight against the evil alpha. The evil alphas that are trying to take us down. Daniela says, I'm really sick and tired of Anthony ghosting my favorite texting Caleb. Oh, have I kept ghosting him? Listen, like I said, Kieran was in the Zoom before the class even started. So he was first. The people want to see that fine specimen, and by people I mean me specifically. Yeah, he's a hottie. Let's see what else we got. So how do you access the Discord when you're a member? So Grizzly, good question. What you have to do is in Discord, you have to connect your YouTube account. So you go into the settings and you connect your YouTube account, and then YouTube will tell Discord that you're a member of this community, and then it'll give you access. And also, I'm pretty sure there's a link that I put in the perks that you can click. Grizzly, if you have problems, please DM me and I'll send you the link to the Discord. Beta. Danielle says, I think you just search for Beta's podcast on Discord. Oh, okay. Beta Squad assemble. NB is the term for non-binary people. Oh, cool. Thank you, Kieran. That was good. NB. And see, now I'm gonna seem like the ultra woke person when I say NB, and people are gonna say what? And I'm gonna go, oh, that's non-binary. You don't know that? Ugh. Ooh, are you really beta? Set an alarm, Caleb. Caleb says, I'll fix my hair and be dressed up. I feel so much pressure now. Dude, fix your hair. Your hair is fucking insane. If nobody's seen Caleb before, he's like fucking built from stone. Like he's etched from stone. And his hair is, it makes me jealous. Beta NBs. Ooh, I like that. All right. Ricky says beta is the new alpha. Oh my god, that's too fucking good. Like, I gotta put that on the... Wait, like in the... Wait, watch. Oh my god, that's just gonna drive people fucking insane. Look, wait, hold on. What if I did up here, beta is the new alpha? It's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I had fun with you. I will see you next Tuesday and then Thursday. Like I said, this Thursday I'm going to be in Vegas seeing Silk Sonic. And listen, as we all know now that Ricky told us, beta is the new alpha. You hear that, Rolo Tomasolo? I'm coming for you. You hear that, Myron Gaines? I'm coming for you, right? Betas are the new alphas now, baby. Okay? So you better watch yourself on the streets. Because if you try to fight me, I'm going to run. Because that's what martial artists say, that you should run. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do.